Yeah, I mean, I think every project, when you're not making enough money, every project feels like that for a
Yeah.
lot of time. Um, my first business didn't make enough for me to live off. My second one did, but I didn't want to grow it any further. The blog business, as I said before, I was making enough to live off, but then I was too afraid to launch my own product. In fact, the biggest sort of, I guess, there's two phases for me. There's the kind of when I was 18 to about 25, 26 phase, where I was all over the place. I had successful projects. My editing company was then, my card game business was then. But the thing is, there was always something missing, whether it wasn't enough money or wasn't enough passion, which made me kept looking for other things to do, and it's hard not to with the internet because you get an email one day saying, back in the day, do Google AdWords pay-per-click and make 10,000 a day, and then do ClickBank affiliate marketing and make 5,000 a day, and buy and sell websites, and I was easily swayed with those things because I was just looking for money more so than anything, and I think that's a very scary place to be in because you just don't have a rock. You don't know. You don't have I guess a direction, a vision, a business model that you really want to see realized. So that's where I was missing, and that's more because I was missing one of three things: either not enough money, not passion in that subject, or it kept me trapped somewhere. When I had the English school, I had to be somewhere. So it wasn't until I discovered writing, content marketing, direct response marketing, email marketing that I discovered that those things are all available to me, something I love doing, the freedom and significant income too. All that being said, I was still 2 years into blogging, and I wasn't making huge money, and I saw these other bloggers doing it. So for me, the biggest that moment for me with blogging was actually what I mentioned earlier, where I was about to do my first ever attempt at selling an affiliate product. So I'd spent a good year and a half, no, it was not, maybe 6 to 8 months actually, it was early days. First year of blogging, I'd spent a lot of time writing an article a day, 5 days a week, growing my audience, doing a lot of marketing, just really pushing myself to grow an audience. It wasn't huge. I had maybe 300 to 500 people visiting my blog a day. That was good though, especially back then. That was probably bigger than a lot of other blogs. Tiny on today's standards, but it's a great starting point. And I thought, okay, let's say I've got 500 people and I write a blog post and I'm going to recommend this ebook using my affiliate link, and I'll get $20 commission per sale. So I'm sitting at home in Brisbane in my rental property. I write this blog post, my first ever attempt at copywriting because I'd never written copy before, and I said, I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to post this now in Australia. So America's going to wake up to this blog post. 500 people, not necessarily 500 will read it, but I think 500-ish will eventually see it and do the math. Let's say 5 to 10% will eventually buy the product. So I could make $500 from just this one blog post sort of thing. So I went to bed, woke up the next day excited, turned on my computer, and no emails, no sales, nothing had come through. And a good 24 hours passes and still no sales have come through. And I checked my stats, and yes, a good 100 or 200 people had actually gone to the blog post and no sales. And at that point, I'm like, why did I just spend 6 months of my life writing so much content, growing this audience, when I might be just growing a bunch of people who want free information from me and never want to buy anything, so I can never turn this into a business. So what's the point? Let's do something else.
Which is a very common train of thought,
Yes.
right? At
any,
that point.
any bad result, when you're not sure about anything succeeding, just makes the fear and the doubt even worse. So that's where I was with that particular situation. But 3 days later, 2 days later, something like that, I got a sale. And because I'd gone so far down, just to get one sale was like, hallelujah, at least I know the link works. There's a huge link at the end of this that will buy something. And I made $20. And it took a good week and a half or so to make more sales. And I think I had somewhere around 5 or 10 sales. So it was $100 to $200. And that to me was much better than expected after getting my expectations lowered so much. And then it also showed me, okay, if I have, say, 500 people now and I can make $100, if I have 5,000 people, can I make $1,000? Or
it's a real test of the numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, that was great because it just turned it into a numbers game for me. It was just about doing more work, growing more audience, multiplying everything that's working. So I did more affiliate reviews and grew it from there. And I've never felt as bad about it as I did in that moment.